Welcome back to Call of Dragons. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about hero pairings, but not any normal hero pairings. We're going into Season 2, and we have a lot of free-to-play players inside of the game that don't spend and that really don't want to focus primarily on legendary heroes. So we're here with Mr. Sneaky from the Mr. Sneaky YouTube channel, and we are focusing in on 3 different hero pairs that are great for free-to-play players that mostly contain epics. We do have one legendary that we sneak in there, but don't worry, you don't have to max him out. Mr. Sneaky, thanks for coming to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Tell me your first pairing that you have for us here today for people that are maybe looking to focus on archers.
Yeah, so today we're going straight into a double epic pairing of Gwan, and Craig. This pairing is such a good combo because you can set both of them up in different roles. So anyone Eva slaying. So it's going to allow you to obviously have this dedicated primary page set up all the way to kill those behemoths, which is amazing. But on the alternate hand, we can now switch it and have that Craig primary, and it'll allow you to now have a PvP setup for your match, and it allows you to, again, Craig, when he's awakened, guys, in this new season, is bonkers because he does so much AoE damage in PvP, which is one of the only traits Craig has compared to every other archer in the game.
I love this. This is actually something that no one thinks about, or that most people don't think about, and that is when you're really limited on the number of heroes that you can max out and that you can really get to the level where they can be competitive. It's nice to be able to interchange them from primary to secondary or from secondary to primary. So what you just shared with us right there in that case is you could do 2 different swaps and really make them different or viable and valuable in 2 different situations. Okay,
Exactly.
that's beautiful. I love it. But what about people that do not want to focus on archers? They, excuse me, they want a little more range. Where are we going to go for someone that wants to use mages?
Yeah, so if you want to be one of those mage players in your start League of Order, obviously we're going to have Waldyr, and everyone knows Waldyr is that all-star mage player. He is, if you want to call him, the Sun Tzu of the game. Everyone would probably agree with that, right? The Sun Tzu of the game, very fitting for Waldyr. And his pairing, again, very similar to how we do with the Gwan and Craig. A very good staple with him is Alwyn. Alwyn plus this Waldyr does so much single target damage, plus the area effect that you have with your Waldyr. The cool thing with Alwyn is with this march, he allowed you to actually get a little bit of tankiness against those archers, because obviously archers do normal attack damage. So if we're able just to even reduce it by 15%, it's going to make our jobs a little bit easier. And when we're talking about that pairing, similar to, as I said, with Gwan and the Craig, you can have that Waldyr set up again if you had the talent tree for that skill page. So you get all this skill crit damage in this page, making your hit as hard as possible in that PvP scenario. But then you might be on the flip side and be like, oh, maybe my match gets targeted too much and I don't want to be targeted. Well, you could go with Alwyn and rock that old school control page that we know of using Soul Siphon as well as the Rage Generation, and you're going to be able then to maximize those players hitting you with counterattack damage and stealing their rage. So it's almost like a flip side of a PvP build, and you can run them vice versa, you know, primary, secondary, it doesn't really matter. So I really do love this Waldyr Alwyn setup in the new season, especially for a free-to-play player.
I agree, and that's honestly when I started playing. I played with mages, and Waldyr was my plan to get him max level, which I did. I have him awakened, and you know, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the strongest pairings when you're talking about absolute free to play and specifically working with epics inside of the game. And something that I do deal with, whether I'm using epics or my legendaries, when I'm a mage player, which I primarily am, attacking archers, I take a ton of counterattack damage. So when I'm in those battles, I specifically try to not target archers. I'll go after cavs, infantry, I'll go after celestials or other mages, and then I just take a lot less of that counterattack damage as well. So no matter what pairing you're using, it's a good idea to just make sure that you know what you're attacking so that you can, you know, not take that counterattack damage, because it is absolutely brutal. Now, you have one more pairing for us, and I know that this last pairing does include a legendary, but it's only a 5-1-1-1. Now, I want to remind everyone what a 5-1-1-1 is. It's when you unlock your hero. You're going to get that first skill to a level 5, which is pretty attainable for all players, even free-to-play players. And then you're going to just unlock all of the other skills. So you'll have a 5 for the first, a 1 for the second, a 1 for the third, and a 1 for the fourth. The hero will never be awakened. And then you have the skills available for that primary hero. So what is the legendary / epic combination you have right here, and why do you love it so much?
So the first one we're going to talk about is Eliana. And the reason I love this hero so much is the fact that you can obtain her super quickly through those events, through the summoning dolls and just rallying and getting them dark Elena's killed and getting the heads for her. But she's such a phenomenal hero and is able to be used in so many different scenarios. Even if you wasn't going to do it in this pairing, which we're going to suggest, you could potentially be using her as a cavalry pair, a different infantry pair. You know, you could be using her in so many different cases scenarios because she is such a good hero at making any march that you have just inherently tankier. Like, it is so powerful to make your march just not take damage, because we know even in PvP combat, that stamina that we use is 10 stamina, and we want to get as much of that merits that we can with that stamina. And this is where the deputy comes in with this pairing, because if you can get a hold of a 5-1-1-1 Garwood, and you can see mine's still not even that great itself, it's only 5-2-2-2-2 across. If you're able to get a 5-1-1 Garwood, this is going to allow you as a free-to-play player to do a multitude of things. You're going to be able to do merit farming, where you and a buddy from maybe another alliance is going to run the exact same pairing. You're going to run at each other, and you're probably going to laugh at watching these guys slap each other for about 30 minutes. And then once they eventually die, next minute, 10k merits, 7k merits. It depends on, obviously, the troop types of what you're fighting against, as you guys know, with the merit gain. But it also allows you to use this march for dragon trials, rallying, events. It's such a good PvE as well as like PvP merit farming, you know, capability for a free-to-play player. And it's important just to emphasize why merits are important, because you're going to get those free speed ups and free resources from the alliance shop. So that's why I really, really do like having an Eliana and Garwood setup, especially if you're a free-to-play player.
I absolutely love that as well. I love the merit shop. I love merit farming. And a little side note here, Garwood is my favorite looking hero inside of the game. I absolutely love how he looks. Not that that matters with anything, but I was just sharing a little bit with you right there. Now, I know that on your channel, you cover all of the heroes in depth. You cover Call of Dragons. Why don't you take 1 minute and let everyone know what you're currently working on your channel and what they can look forward to. And I'll let all of you know that I do have Mr. Sneaky's YouTube channel linked in the description of this video. Be sure to go check him out. If you like his stuff, consider subscribing to his channel.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. On my channel at the moment, we are doing a massive overall update on every epic hero. So like we've kind of gone over today with all the pairings, if you just want a individual guide, well, you can just jump over and I'm going to be able to provide that info on an individual hero basis throughout the week. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And thank you for having me again, Echo. It's always been a blast.
Always a pleasure. We'll have you back again soon. If you guys enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, because we put out Call of Dragons videos every single day, and we'll see you in the next one.